Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Madam Ayu, my lecturer for cloud computing. Today I will present about the problem-based task presentation. I am MUHAMAD HAIKAL bin NORAZAMZURY. Now I will present the problem-based task. Firstly, we need to set up the IAM user, sign in as a root user to create an IAM user for EV Cloud Admin. So as you can see in this picture, you can see the cloud admin here, and then put a custom password, and then we need to create a new password and sign in. So then we have to add the user into the appropriate user group within the permission needed. Then after finishing creating the user, we can sign in, but we need to put a different password, because in the first slide you can see that this users must create a new password and then sign in. So the password is just almost the same, but just an extra zero after in the EVP at SS0 exclamation mark, just an extra zero before the exclamation mark. Now second, we need to create a VPC. After signing in, go to the VPC dashboard to create one. So in this picture, you can see the name of the VPC is EVN-VPC, and the IP is 10.0.0.0/16. We have to create only using the VPC, so we are doing it manually. Then we need to create the subnet needed. The first subnet is the EVN-public one, which in the first availability zone, the zone A, and then EVN-private still in the same zone. For the public one subnet 10.0.0.0/24, for the private subnet 10.0.1.0/24. Now for the last subnet, which is the EVN-public 2, the availability zone is the B zone, and the IP is 10.0.2.0/24. Then on all of the subnet, we need to enable the auto assign IP with our address, and enable resource name DNS record on launch. Then we have to create an internet gateway and attach it to a VPC. So the name of the internet gateway is the EVN-IGW, and we need to attach it to VPC. And then create a NAT instance. Put the name of the instance first, which is the EVN-NAT. Then search for Amazon message image AMI, search for NAT, and pick the top one in the community AMIs. And then for the instance type, we need just to keep on the micro one and the key pair. We do not need to use a key pair and proceed without a key pair. Then in the VPC, pick the EVN-VPC to access to all the subnets available. And for the subnet, we have to use EVN-public one, because on the topology it shows that we need to use the EVN-public one. So because we enable the auto assign in this picture, it has enabled automatically. And then create create a security group which name is EVN-NAT-ST, which has the SSH, HTTPS, and HTTP on any resource type with the inbound security group. Then create the main root table by renaming the unnamed main root table to EVN-RT-main. Then edit the root to put the internet gateway in, put public subnet on the association. As you can see the first picture, you can see there is an edit name for EVN-RT-main. Every VPC, because in every VPC you make, there is a unnamed main root table already automatically made. So we just need to rename it. Then go to the edit root and add the internet gateway on the destination of 0.0.0/0 anywhere basically, and save the changes, and add the public subnet into the explicit subnet association of this root table. Then create the second root table and name it as EVN-RT sub. As you can see here, you can see in the picture EVN-RT sub, and use the VPC, which is the EVN-VPC, and then edit the root and put the NAT instance in the root of the sub root table, and then put the remaining, which is the only left, which is the private subnet, into the subnet association. Then we will need to create a database server, similar to creating an instance, but with the exception of needing to create a key pair, like in this picture, which is the database key pair, and we don't need to search for any Amazon machine image for the database. Then, just like also with the NAT instance, we need to connect to a VPC, which is the event-VPC, and pick a subnet. But in this case, we are not using the public one, we are using the private one. And create a security group. In the security group, it differs than the NAT instance and the web server instance, because as you can see here, there's 3 different things except for HTTP. So which is now, the first is ICMP, MS SQL, and MySQL. All of them need to be put to source type anywhere. Now, to create a web server. The name is avian-web, so we have to create a key pair to connect it via SSH connection in the command prompt. So then we need to put VPC, which is the event VPC, and we are using the public 2 subnet because the public one is already used by the NAT instance. Then create a security group which has the same, almost similar to, which is similar to NAT instance, SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS. Put it at any device source type. Now we are getting to the fun part. The fun part is we need to create the web page. First, we need to connect the key pair via the command prompt by establishing SSH connection, because at one page you can see the connect to an instance page in the after you create an instance, and then copy that SSH command into the command prompt. As you can see here in the picture, it will connect to the command prompt. But before that, you need to access the download folder by using the cd downloads command. Then we can access the super user command by using sudo su command. Then install the HTTP by using the command yum-y install httpd. As you can see here, after that command is entered, you can see that the HTTPD is being installed. Now, to use the HTTPD, you need to enable it by using the command enable HTTPD. Then, before using it, also you need to start it after enabling it. So, systemctl start HTTPD. Then access the HTML folder by cd-var/www/html. Then access the nano index access the index file by using nano index.html to edit the web page. As you can see here, there is HTML. H1 is okay. Then write the HTML command that is appropriate with the question needed. H1 is basically you put bold and a larger font into the web page. P is just a normal font and normal no bold. BR is basically just to drop down the line. And then we need to connect the IP into the domain. Firstly, we need to go to the root 53 dashboard and create a hosted zone. After then, in the hosted zone, we need to put the domain name, which is our numbermetrics.edu.pbu.online. The description, you can put anything you want unless the question asks so. So then create an A record and put the IP address in the value, which is the 44.210.116.44, and then put the 90 seconds on the TTL, and we only use simple routing policy. Then go over to GoDaddy website, to go to domain, to create a domain to connect to the root 53. Then click on the edu.pbu domain name, edu.pbu.online domain name, and then create an A type record again. Put the matrix number in the name so that we can connect it in the website, and then put the value, which is the IP address we use, 44.210.116.44, but the custom TTL is different here, which is 600 seconds. Then we need to access the website, and as you can see here, we can access the website by using the domain name. Okay, thank you.